coin collector or just someone who's stumbled across an old quarter, you might want to listen up because we're about to dive into something extraordinary. Have you ever heard of the 2001 North Carolina $quarter coin? If not, you might be missing out on a treasure that could potentially be worth a lot more than you think. We're talking about a coin that could even be valued at over $1 million. First, let's take a step back and talk about what makes the 2001 North Carolina quarter so special. In 1999, the United States Mint began a new program to release a series of state quarters, one for each of the 50 states. Each quarter was designed to represent a state's history, culture, and landmarks. The 2001 North Carolina quarter was the 12th in the series, and was released in the same year as the states of South Carolina and New York. The design of the North Carolina quarter is quite iconic. It features the famous image of the Wright brothers' first flight, which took place in Kitty Hawk, North Carolina, in 1903. The design also includes a banner that reads, "First in Flight," and a depiction of the brothers' aircraft. It's a beautiful and historically significant quarter, but there's more to it than just that. The majority of the 2001 North Carolina quarters you'll find in circulation today are worth exactly 25 cents. They're just like any other standard quarter, right? But, and here's where things get interesting, some of these quarters could be worth a lot more if they have certain rare characteristics or minting errors. Let's take a closer look at these special editions of the 2001 North Carolina quarter that are making waves in the numismatic community. One of the most common, but still valuable versions of the 2001 North Carolina quarter comes from a set of coins that were released with an error. The Mint mistakenly made a limited number of these coins with a double die. This means that the image on the coin was struck twice, causing some of the details to appear slightly blurry or overlapping. This is a defect, but for collectors, it's a highly sought-after rarity. Coins with double dies are often considered a holy grail for collectors, and they can fetch thousands of dollars at auctions. But wait, there's more. Another factor that could contribute to the immense value of a 2001 North Carolina quarter is its condition. Like many coins, a well-preserved, almost flawless example of a coin can be worth significantly more than one that's seen years of wear and tear. Coins that are graded as mint state, meaning they were never circulated and still retain their original shine, are often worth the most. A 2001 North Carolina quarter that's been graded as MS-67 or higher, for example, could easily be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on the demand. Now, let's get to the big question. What makes a 2001 North Carolina quarter worth $1 million? Believe it or not, there's a specific set of circumstances where these quarters have sold for such an astronomical amount. In 2019, a 2001 North Carolina quarter with a very rare error, combined with an sold for $1.25 million at auction. This was no ordinary coin. It was one of only a few known to exist in such perfect condition with a double die error. This coin was in such exceptional quality that it became a true gem for numismatists and collectors who were willing to pay top dollar for it. So, how do you know if you have a coin that could be worth a fortune? First, take a look at the condition of the coin. Does it look like it was just minted, with no signs of wear, discoloration, or scratches? If so, you might have a higher value coin on your hands. Next, check for any errors. Specifically, look for the double die error we mentioned earlier. You can examine the details on the coin closely with a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. If you see any signs of doubling, that could be a game changer. Another important step is to have the coin professionally graded. The Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, and Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, are the two most reputable grading services in the world. They can assess the condition and authenticity of your coin and give it a grade that will help determine its market value. Coins that are graded high condition, don't be surprised if it becomes the star of your coin collection. However, even if your coin doesn't have an error, you can still make a good profit if it's in excellent condition and well preserved. Many collectors are always on the lookout for specific state quarters, and if you've got one of the rarer or more well-preserved examples, it could be worth far more than its face value. At the end of the day, the 2001 North Carolina quarter is a prime example of how coins can hold a lot of value beyond what meets the eye. Whether it's due to minting errors, historical significance, or simply the condition of the coin, it's clear that these quarters have the potential to be worth far more than the 25 cents they were originally worth. So, what should you do if you think you've found a valuable 2001 North Carolina quarter? The first step is to examine it carefully. Look for any unique errors or features, check the condition, and then consider getting it professionally graded. After that, you can research its market value or take it to a trusted dealer to get an appraisal. If you're a collector or investor, don't be discouraged if you don't find $1 million coin right away. But do keep an eye on those state quarters, because you never know, your next find could turn out to be a small treasure worth a lot more than you ever imagined. Thanks for tuning in today. If you've enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins and how to spot valuable finds, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more content just like this. Who knows? Your next coin could be the one that makes you a millionaire. See you in the next video. We're diving into the fascinating world of rare coins, and we're focusing on a very special one, the 1965 Washington quarter with no mint mark. Could this quarter be worth as much as $1.1 million? Stick around to find out why this coin has caught the attention of collectors and investors alike. Let's start with a bit of history. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the bicentennial of George Washington's birth. Originally, these quarters were made of 90% silver. However, by 1965, a big change happened in U.S. coinage. Due to a shortage of silver and rising production costs, the U.S. Mint switched the composition of quarters from silver to a copper-nickel-clad material. This made 1965 a transitional year for the Washington quarter. Now, here's where things get really interesting. Most 1965 quarters are not made of silver. However, a few rare examples exist that were accidentally struck on silver planchets left over from 1964. These error coins are highly sought after by collectors, and they can fetch enormous sums of money at auction. In fact, one such 1965 Washington quarter sold for over $1.1 million, making it one of the most valuable quarters ever discovered. So how can you tell if your 1965 quarter is one of these rare silver errors? First, let's talk about weight. A standard copper-nickel-clad quarter from 1965 weighs about 5.67 grams, while a silver quarter from 1964 or earlier weighs 6.25 grams. If you have a 1965 quarter that weighs closer to 6, you might have found a silver error coin. Next, let's discuss the sound test. Silver quarters produce a distinct ringing sound when dropped on a hard surface, unlike the duller sound of copper-nickel coins. Be careful when performing this test, as you don't want to damage the coin. Another way to identify a silver 1965 quarter is by examining the edges. On a standard clad quarter, you'll see a copper-colored stripe along the edge. But on a silver quarter, the edge will appear solid silver with no visible copper layer. If you believe you've found a silver 1965 quarter, it's important to have it professionally authenticated and graded by a reputable coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. This step will confirm its authenticity and help determine its value. Now, let's talk about why these coins are so valuable. The rarity of silver 1965 quarters makes them highly desirable to collectors. On top of that, Their historical significance as transitional era coins adds to their appeal. With so few of these coins known to exist, the demand far outweighs the supply, driving prices to incredible heights. But here's a word of caution. Many people mistake regular 1965 quarters for these rare errors, so it's essential to do your research and get expert advice before selling or buying one. Additionally, counterfeit coins are always a concern in the numismatic market, so be sure to deal with trusted dealers and auction houses. In conclusion, the 1965 Washington quarter with no mint mark may seem like an ordinary coin at first glance. But if you're lucky enough to find one of the rare silver era coins, you could be holding a piece of history worth over $1.1 million. Imagine finding such a valuable coin in your pocket change or coin collection. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest uploads. Have you ever found a rare coin or a hidden treasure? Let us know in the comments below. We dive into an incredible coin story that will blow your mind. Imagine owning a simple quarter that's worth over $1 million. Yes, you heard that right. Today, we're talking about the 1998 Washington quarter with a mint mark that has become a legend in the numismatic world. Let's start with the basics. The Washington quarter has been a staple of American currency since 1932, celebrating the legacy of the first U.S. president. The 1998 quarter, minted in Denver, might seem like an ordinary coin. But what sets it apart is a rare and unique error that has turned it into a $1 million treasure. So, what makes this coin so valuable? Experts believe that a minting error occurred during production, resulting in an anomaly that collectors crave. These types of errors are extremely rare, making the 1998 quarter a sought-after piece among numismatists. In auctions, one of these rare coins fetched an astounding $1.20 million. Now, here's what you should know if you think you might have one of these coins. First, check the coin's condition. Coins with mint state quality, meaning they are in pristine condition without scratches or wear, are the most valuable. Look for the Dmit mark on the lower part of the coin, near the eagle. Any peculiarities in the design or texture could signal that you have something special. Next, consult an expert or get your coin authenticated by a reputable grading service. This step is crucial in determining the coin's true value and rarity. Remember, not all 1998 quarters are worth a fortune, but it's worth investigating if you suspect you have one. Collectors and investors alike continue to marvel at the story of the 1998 quarter. It's a reminder that sometimes, the most ordinary objects can turn out to be extraordinary treasures. So check your pockets, old jars, or coin collections. You never know what hidden gem you might discover. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare and valuable coins, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. Stay tuned about the world of numismatics. We're diving into the fascinating world of coin collecting. You won't believe this, but a simple 2015 Dmit mark $quarter coin could be worth up to $1.3 million. That's right, a $quarter that could make you a millionaire. Stick around to learn what makes this coin so valuable, and how to spot one in your collection. So, what's the story behind the 2015 Dmit mark $quarter coin? This coin was part of the America, the Beautiful Quarter series, specifically commemorating the Kisatchie National Forest in Louisiana. The Dmit mark indicates that it was minted in Denver, one of the main mints in the United States. Now, while millions of these coins were produced, only a few are potentially worth such astronomical amounts. The reason lies in their rarity and unique features. Collectors and experts value certain coins due to errors, misprints, or extraordinary conditions that make them one of a kind. Coins graded as MS-68 or higher by a professional grading service are exceptionally rare. This could include die cracks, double dies, or off-center strikes that make the coin unique. If the coin shows little to no wear, it has a higher chance of being valuable. To give you an example, coins with minor minting errors or unique characteristics often sell for thousands, and in rare cases like this one, potentially millions. The $1.3 million valuation stems from a perfect storm of factors: rarity, collector demand, and the coin's unique attributes. Auction houses and private collectors are willing to pay top dollar for coins like this. If you have a 2015 Dmit Mark quarter, here's what you should do. Inspect it carefully under good lighting to check for any errors or unusual markings. Use a magnifying glass to examine the edges, mint mark, and other details. Consider getting your coin graded by a reputable grading service. Who knew a simple quarter could potentially change your life? If you have a 2015 Dmit Mark quarter in your pocket, it's time to take a closer look. You could be holding a hidden treasure. That's it for today's video. If you found this information helpful, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to BS Coins World for more amazing stories from the world of coin collecting. Let us know in the comments if you found any interesting coins. Some quarters minted in Denver in 1990 have become highly sought after by collectors, with one example reportedly valued at an astounding $1.4 million. So what makes these quarters so special? The 1990D quarter was part of the standard Washington quarter series, but not all coins are created equal. Factors like rarity, condition, and unique errors can skyrocket the value of a seemingly ordinary coin. These coins were minted in the millions, but very few have reached this level of desirability. One key aspect collectors look for is mint errors. An error coin can be worth thousands or even millions depending on the type of mistake. Double dies, misstrikes, or off-center errors are just a few examples of what makes a coin rare. Sometimes, coins with particularly strong strikes or pristine finishes are highly valued as well. Another crucial factor is the coin's condition. Grading systems like those from the Professional Coin Grading Service or the Numismatic Guarantee Company assess a coin's condition on a scale from 1 to 70. A 1990D quarter in near-perfect condition could fetch a much higher price than one that shows signs of wear and tear. But here's where things get interesting. A 1990D quarter recently gained attention because of its rarity and pristine condition. It was graded extremely high by professionals, making it one of the best preserved examples known. When collectors realize how rare a coin like this is, the bidding wars begin. And that's how we end up with values reaching millions. If you're wondering whether you might have a hidden treasure in your coin jar, start by checking the mint mark on your quarter. The D below the date indicates it was minted in Denver. Then, inspect the coin for signs of unique features, errors, or unusually good condition. Keep in mind, not all 1990D quarters are worth a fortune. Most are still worth face value or slightly more to collectors. However, finding one in exceptional condition or with a rare error could mean you're holding onto something extraordinary. So next time you're sorting through change, don't overlook your quarter. Who knows? That humble 1990D Washington quarter could be your ticket to a small fortune. We're focusing on a coin that has sparked curiosity and excitement among collectors and enthusiasts, the 1985 Dmit Mark Washington $quarter coin. Believe it or not, some of these coins are rumored to be worth up to $1.5 million. Let's explore why this coin has caught so much attention and whether it's truly worth such a staggering amount. First, let's talk about the Washington quarter itself. This iconic coin has been a staple of U.S. currency since 1932, commemorating the 200th birthday of George Washington. It features his profile on the obverse side and the familiar eagle design on the reverse. The 1985 Dmit mark signifies that the coin was minted in Denver, one of the primary U.S. mint locations. Now, you might be wondering, What makes a 1985 D Washington quarter worth more than its face value of 25 cents? The answer lies in rarity, unique errors. Most of these coins are worth only their face value, or slightly more to collectors. However, certain factors can dramatically increase their worth. One key factor is the coin's condition. Coins graded as MS or mint state are highly sought after by collectors. This grading system evaluates the coin's preservation and quality. For example, an MS-68 or higher grade can fetch thousands of dollars, even for common coins. The 1985 D Washington quarter in pristine condition becomes rare, especially since many of these coins were heavily circulated. Next, let's discuss the role of errors and varieties. Errors occur during the minting process, and they can make a coin incredibly valuable. Examples include double dies, off-center strikes, or planchet errors. For the 1985 D Washington quarter, collectors have reported anomalies such as doubling on the lettering or unusual marks on the coin's surface. These unique features can drive up the value significantly, as error coins are often one of a kind. The claim that a 1985 D Washington quarter could be worth $1 million should always be verified with credible auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers. Many high-value coin stories turn out to be exaggerated or speculative. So how can you determine if your 1985 D Washington quarter is valuable? Start by examining it closely under good lighting or with a magnifying glass. Look for signs of minting errors, such as doubling, misstrikes, or unusual marks. If the coin appears to be in excellent condition, consider having it professionally graded by a service like PCGS or NGC. These grading services can authenticate and evaluate your coin, giving it an official grade and certificate. For those hoping to strike it rich with a 1985 D quarter, patience and research are key. While finding $1 million coin is incredibly rare, there's still potential to discover a valuable piece. Keep in mind that even if your coin isn't worth a fortune, it could still hold sentimental or historical value. In conclusion, the 1985 Dmit Mark Washington quarter dollar is an intriguing coin with the potential to be worth more than its face value. Whether it's due to rarity, condition, or errors, certain coins can command high prices in the collector's market. While the $1.5 million figure is extraordinary and unconfirmed, it reminds us of the excitement and wonder in the world of coin collecting. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins and their values, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss our updates. We're diving into one of the most exciting topics for coin collectors and enthusiasts alike. We're talking about the 2000p Maryland State quarter dollar coin that's creating waves in the market, with some rare examples being valued at an incredible $1.6 million. Yes, you heard that right. A single quarter worth a fortune. Let's break it down and uncover what makes this coin so special. First, let's talk about the Maryland quarter itself. This coin was part of the United States Mint's 50 State Quarters program, which ran from 1999 to 2008. The Maryland quarter was issued in 2000 and features the Old Line State's emblematic design. On the reverse, you'll find the Maryland State House, a symbol of the state's rich history, surrounded by oak branches. The obverse, like all quarters in this series, features the classic image of George Washington. Now, you might be wondering, what makes a Maryland quarter from 2000 worth over $1 million? Here's where it gets interesting. While most Maryland quarters are only worth their face value of 25 cents, certain rare errors or unique characteristics can dramatically increase their value. Collectors are always on the lookout for these rare traits, and when they find them, the value of the coin can skyrocket. One of the most sought-after characteristics is a mint error. Errors can happen during the coin production process at the U.S. Mint, and they often result in unique coins that become highly desirable to collectors. For example, a common error to look for is a double die. This occurs when the design on the coin is struck twice, leading to a doubled image. If you notice any doubling on the text or design of your 2000 Maryland quarter, you could have a valuable coin on your hands. Another major factor that affects a coin's value is its condition. Coins graded in mint state condition are far more valuable than those that have been circulated and show signs of wear. Professional coin grading services like PCGS or NGC assign grades to coins based on their condition, and a perfect grade of MS70 is the gold standard. Even a Maryland quarter without any errors can fetch a premium if it's in pristine condition. So, how do you know if your Maryland quarter is worth a lot of money? First, take a close look at the coin. You can use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to inspect it for any signs of errors. Look for things like doubling on the lettering, anomalies in the design, or any unusual marks. If you spot something unique, it might be worth sending your coin to a grading service for authentication. Another factor to consider is the coin's mint mark. The 2000 Maryland quarter was minted in two locations, Philadelphia and Denver. The mint mark, which is either AP or AD, can be found on the obverse side of the coin, near Washington's ponytail. While both versions can be valuable, coins minted in Philadelphia, marked with AP, are the ones making headlines for their astronomical value. It's also important to do your research. Check online auction sites, coin forums, and dealer listings to get an idea of what similar coins are selling for. This will give you a sense of the current market demand and help you understand what makes your coin unique. Some collectors are willing to pay top dollar for specific coins to complete their collections. So knowing the market can work in your favor. Let's talk about that we mentioned earlier. Coins that reach this kind of price are incredibly rare and usually have multiple factors working in their favor. For example, a Maryland quarter with a significant error in mint state condition eventually fetch such a high price at auction. These coins often become the centerpiece of major collections and are sought after by wealthy collectors and investors. If you're lucky enough to have one of these valuable coins, the next step is deciding what to do with it. You could hold onto it as an investment, as rare coins often appreciate in value over time. Alternatively, you could sell it through a reputable auction house or coin dealer. Keep in mind that professional grading and authentication are crucial steps to ensure you get the best price for your coin. Before we wrap up, let me give you a quick tip for those of you who want to start hunting for valuable coins. Always check your pocket change, coin rolls from the bank, or even old coin collections you may have inherited. You never know what treasures might be hiding in plain sight. The thrill of collecting such a fascinating hobby. In conclusion, the 2000p Maryland $quarter coin is a perfect example of how something as ordinary as a quarter can become extraordinarily valuable. With a combination of rare errors, mint state condition, and strong market demand, these coins are turning heads in the numismatic world. We're diving into the fascinating world of rare coins, specifically the 2016p Mint Mark $quarter coin. Did you know that some of these coins are worth an astonishing $1.7 million? That's right. A simple quarter could turn into a fortune if you have the right one in your collection. Stick around, because we're going to break down what makes these coins so valuable and how you can spot one. First, let's talk about the 2016 P Mint mark. The P stands for the Philadelphia Mint, where these quarters were produced. While millions of these coins were minted, only a handful have unique characteristics that make them incredibly valuable. These special coins aren't just rare, they're also in high demand among collectors and investors. What makes these coins worth? The answer lies in errors and unique features. Some 2016 P quarters have misstrikes, doubling, or die cracks that occurred during production. These errors are what collectors hunt for, as they make the coin unique. The rarer the error, the higher the value. For example, a double die error might show slight overlapping or doubling in the design elements, like the text or imagery. Such coins often fetch thousands or even millions of dollars. Another factor that drives up the value is the coin's condition. Coins are graded on a scale of 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect coin with no visible imperfections under magnification. A 2016p quarter in a high grade, especially one with a rare error, can command extraordinary prices at auctions or private sales. If you're wondering how to spot these valuable coins, here are some tips. First, carefully examine any 2016p quarters you have. Look closely at the lettering, images, and edges for signs of doubling, cracks, or other anomalies.